Deep in the 1960s, British engineers built a truck engine that, by their own accounts, could have blown the competition away. It ran over 1 million miles in testing without trouble. It was more powerful, more modern and more advanced than almost anything on the road. And then it was taken out of the trucks, wheeled away and deliberately destroyed, on the orders of an American corporation, allegedly to protect a business deal. The engine was the Rootes TS4 and it never sold a single unit. This is the story of a brilliant British engine that was ready for the world and was killed in cold blood before it ever got the chance. The engine Chrysler destroyed. This radical design was not drawn from a blank sheet of paper. In 1954, the Rootes Group launched the TS3, an engine that quickly earned a cult following. It was a mechanical masterpiece, a 3-cylinder, 2-stroke diesel with no cylinder head. Instead, 6 pistons operated crown to crown in horizontal bores, driving a single crankshaft through rocker arms. Drivers called it the knocker for its signature exhaust note. This compact powerhouse fit flat beneath cab-forward trucks, saving precious cabin space. But by the 1960s, highways were expanding and trucks were growing heavier. The 3-litre knocker was running out of breath. To survive, Rootes needed something much bigger. The answer was the TS4. Instead of simply stretching the old 3-cylinder engine, Rootes designed a completely new powerhouse to propel into the heavy truck market. By adding a 4th horizontal cylinder, Rootes engineers created a 4-cylinder, 8-piston setup that retained the compact single crankshaft rocker lever architecture. This configuration expanded displacement to nearly 5 litres, moving the engine into a far more serious class. The target was a massive leap in performance, rising from the older design's 105 horsepower to a projected 200 horsepower. Alongside this doubled power output, the design team engineered the TS4 for remarkable durability, projecting an incredible 250,000 miles between major overhauls. It was a bold concept, an engineering leap that promised to give British trucks a quiet, compact, and extraordinarily efficient heart. Rootes was betting its entire heavy-duty future on this brilliant, unconventional machine, preparing to challenge the established global giants. They had designed what could have been the ultimate commercial power plant of the era. Rootes constructed 14 prototype TS4 engines at their Stoke-Aldermore facility, turning their bold paper designs into physical metal. 6 of these power plants were bolted to stationary test beds to run under constant, grueling observation. The remaining 8 engines were installed directly into the chassis of working Comair cab-over trucks. These vehicles were placed into active commercial fleets, hauling heavy payloads across the national highway network. Day after day, these 8 trucks ran demanding commercial routes, climbing steep hills, idling in heavy city traffic, and running at sustained speeds on the expanding motorways. Because of the engine's compact, low-profile design, it sat flat beneath the cab floor, giving drivers a spacious, quiet cabin that was completely free of the massive engine humps common in conventional trucks. By the time the field trials ended, this small fleet of road-going prototypes had accumulated a combined total of over 1.2 million miles. This meant each individual engine logged an average of 150,000 miles. According to the written logs and testimonies of the engineers involved, this massive distance was covered completely trouble-free. The prototype engines did not suffer from the crankshaft failures, overheating or severe vibration that typically plague radical new engine configurations. Instead, the horizontal 8-piston layout ran with superb balance, delivering smooth power and excellent fuel economy under everyday operating conditions. When technicians periodically stripped the engines down for inspection, they found minimal wear on the piston rings and cylinder ports, proving the fleet was well on its way to validating the projected 250,000-mile overhaul interval. This million-mile milestone stood as the definitive proof of the program's success. The TS4 had moved far beyond a theoretical exercise into a fully realized, highly durable, production-ready machine. The engineering department had solved the complex physics of the rocker lever system and finalized the designs. The engine had conquered both the test cell and the open road, leaving it primed for the assembly line. It stood on the absolute threshold of production, awaiting only the final executive signature to begin reshaping the heavy transport sector. But that signature would never come from a British hand. By the mid-1960s, the Rootes Group was suffocating under severe financial strain, leaving its ambitious engineering projects highly vulnerable to outside forces. Between 1967 and 1968, the American giant Chrysler Corporation seized control of the struggling British automaker, bringing a cold, standardised corporate logic to the UK factories. To the engineers at Stoke-Aldermore, the TS4 was a mechanical crown jewel, a masterpiece of efficiency ready for the global stage. To Chrysler's executives, however, it was an expensive, non-standardised oddity. Chrysler's global strategy relied heavily on conventional, mass-produced four-stroke diesel engines. Inheriting a highly unusual opposed piston design meant facing massive expenditures for specialised manufacturing tooling. The TS4 simply did not fit the international product lines Chrysler wanted to build. In the quiet of the boardroom, the technical brilliance of the TS4 was no longer seen as a competitive advantage. It was treated as a problem that needed to be solved. In 1968, Chrysler cancelled the TS4 project, ensuring the engine would never reach commercial showrooms or normal sales. But the corporate decision went far further than a simple halt to development. According to those involved in the program, Chrysler issued a direct order to locate, extract and completely scrap the 8 road-going prototype engines. Enthusiast documentation and recollections from former Rootes personnel describe a systematic purge with test trucks stripped of their power plants so the physical evidence of their million-mile success could be melted down. No official internal memorandum has ever been publicly found to document this directive. Yet the motive behind the alleged destruction suggests a cold, strategic calculation. Chrysler had recently established a 50-50 joint venture with Cummins to produce diesel engines at a factory in Darlington. Introducing an incredibly efficient, highly advanced, British-designed opposed piston engine would have directly threatened the commercial viability of that new partnership. By their own accounts, engineers and factory staff watched as years of pioneering design work were reduced to scrap metal under corporate instruction. The TS4 did not die because of broken crankshafts, overheating or failure in the field. It was allegedly killed in its prime to protect a corporate alliance, leaving British engineering to suffer an irreversible loss at the hands of boardroom politics. The destruction did not stop with the prototype TS4. In 1968, Chrysler also halted production of the older TS3, wiping out the opposed piston engine family. Corporate policy, rather than market defeat, ended a proud lineage of British design. Soon the Commer name itself was systematically erased. Under Chrysler's consolidation strategy, these British trucks were rebadged as Dodges, before the Commer brand was permanently discontinued in 1976. This loss was larger than a single cancelled engine. By killing both the revolutionary successor and its proven predecessor, the new corporate owners dismantled a distinctive national engineering culture, replacing decades of mechanical character with standardised conformity. Today, the empty spaces of British industrial history are filled with ghosts of lost brilliance. The TS4 remains a haunting monument to genius sacrificed for corporate convenience, a permanent reminder of what we lose when balance sheets bury breakthroughs. What do you think? Share your thoughts below.